ABC Sports Exclusive is brought to you by Light Beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. By Chevrolet, who invite you to live the style, performance, and fun of Chevrolet in '86. By Handycam, the astonishingly simple new Sony Handycam. All the excitement of video movies now in the palm of your hand. And by IBM.
Again, everyone, I'm Frank Gifford, and along with my colleagues O.J. Simpson and Joe Namath and all of our guys behind our ABC scene, we are delighted you are with us tonight. We think we could have a real stunner for you. Two football teams within the same division, the AFC East. They have been battling all season long. They are two hot football teams. The New England Patriots, with a win tonight, can clinch this division, and they have won 8 of their last 9 games. They lost the other game in overtime to the Jets. Meanwhile, the Miami Dolphins, since they were defeated November the 3rd by this New England team, they have won 5 in a row. But there is something called a jinx over New England. That little black cloud, remember the little character in Little Abner? Every time the New England Patriots come to the Orange Bowl, they go away with a loss. The last time they won here was in 1966. They have lost 17 consecutive games here in the Orange Bowl. The players now say it's not a jinx. Well, we don't know about that. A man who can tell us a little bit more about what New England's going to have to do tonight to defeat Miami, Joe Namath. Joe?
Thank you, Frank. Well, Raymond Berry, the coach of the New England Patriots, certainly doesn't put much stock in the jinx. He says his 17-game jinx is not wearing a jersey out there tonight. His football team, the Patriots, are playing better football at this stage than they have all season long. They're healthier at this stage than they have been the entire season. The question in my mind is, will Tony Eason be able to handle the pressure? Now, he's only in his 3rd year. This is by far the most pressure-packed game he's been confronted with. People say, well, he's a California kid. He'll be cool. Well, we'll find out tonight. The defense of the Patriots is a very good one. They're 2nd ranked in the entire AFC, but they will have their hands full with Marino and the likes of the Marx brothers. Now, here's the juice to tune us in on the Dolphins.
Well, Joe, you said Marino. When you talk about Miami, you start with Marino, 27 touchdowns, near 4,000 yards, and Don Shula says just now at the top of his game. Now, his 2 worst games have been against New England. One was the first game they played this year, but Mark Duper did not play. They're a different team with Duper. They're 5-0 since his return. Defensively, what Miami must do is keep New England from running the football. They don't want to get in a shootout. New England wants to control the ball, so Miami is going to have to stop them from running the ball. The key there is going to be their nose tackle, Mike Charles. Their 2 inside linebackers, Jackie Shipp and Jay Brophy. When they lost to New England earlier in this year, New England went 80 yards on 2 80-yard drives late in the game, and most of the runs were run right up the middle, so those guys must perform well if Miami is going to win here tonight. In any event, first place is on the line, so it should be one well of a football game.
And the Orange Bowl is sold out, of course. It has been raining here this evening. We're looking at the captains on the field for the Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Our referee tonight is Dick Jorgensen. Miami, as you can see, will receive here the opening kickoff. Our stadium announcer, we understand, is going to announce the national anthem and ask a very enthusiastic stadium crowd if they will rise and sing the national anthem as we look at head coach Don Shula, now in his 23rd year as a head coach.
Crash in Newfoundland. We ask that you
and on his opposite side of the field, Ray Berry in his 2nd full year, the Hall of Famer. tonight's national anthem dedicated to the victims of that tragic Newfoundland crash, victims and their family. The Miami Dolphins have won the toss tonight. They will have first possession. When you talk about the Orange Bowl, you talk about tremendous pressure for any team that comes into the Orange Bowl. The Dolphins are 6-0 here this year. They have a remarkable home field edge. If you were with us a couple of weeks ago at the Bear game, you realize that the crowd becomes almost the 12th man for the Dolphins on many occasions. The Bears had to stop and wait, hoping for some kind of quiet where they could hear the signal snap and the call, the automatics, and they didn't get much of that. Deep for the Dolphins, Lorenzo Hampton is back there, the first-round draft pick this year out of Florida, averaging a little over 23 yards on the return. Joe Carter is back there with him, and Tony Franklin will kick off for New England. If New England wins tonight, I'll tell you once again, they are the AFC Eastern Division champions for the first time since 1978. A win for Miami, they still have to go on and defeat Buffalo to assure themselves an AFC East title. The stadium is rocking. Hampton will stay in the end zone.